Okay, let us take these examples to visualize the fourth law of radicals. Tinatawag natin itong multiple radicals. Ang sabi dyan, sa taas, multiple radicals can be combined by multiplying the indexes. So, dito, sa number 1 example natin, we all know that one of our indexes is 2 because this is square root of 8 na nakapaloob dun sa cube root na radicals. So, ang gagawin lang daw natin dyan, imo-multiply lang natin. So, ang mangyayari dyan, mapapaloob na lang siya sa isang radical symbol at ilalagay na lang natin ang index bilang 6. So, that's it. Yun lang kung paano natin susundin yung fourth law of radical. Pwede pala natin gawin yon na kahit ang dami-dami niya, so ang gawin mo lang, i-multiply mo lang yung indexes. So, ito ay may 2. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So, ayan na agad yung ating answer dyan. Ano? That's the equivalent of these multiple radicals. Tingnan naman natin itong isang example na to. So, as we can see, ito ay meron ditong ilagay natin to visualize. Okay, visualize natin kahit walang nakalagay dyan, pero it is understood na yan ay may 2 dyan. So, kung yan ay ating i-multiply, 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Then 6 times 5 is equal to 30. So, ang ibig sabihin yan ay this is equivalent to an index of 30, tapos nasa loob dyan is 2 raised to 15 and x raised to 30. Ayan. Ayan ang magiging itsura niya. Now, to simplify that, ay maaari natin gawin ang ating laws of exponent or the transition or the transforming of radical expression to rational exponent. Or vice versa, di ba? Yan yung isa sa ating laws of exponent, that a rational exponent can be transformed into radical form or radical expression. So, ito ay pwede natin i-transform as 2, then 15 over 30. Then this one is x 30 over 30. So those are the exponents. Magiging ganyan na yung exponent. So now, maaari natin siyang i-simplify from that process. Ayan, urong natin ng konti. Okay? So, to simplify that, makita natin that the equivalent fraction or the lowest equivalent fraction of 15 over 30, if we're going to reduce that to lowest term, that would be 2 raised to 1 half. And this one is x raised to 1 because 30 divided by 30 is just equal to 1. Now, to simplify it more, ang pwede natin gawin, unahin natin yung variable. Ganyan isinusulat yan. Okay? Unahin natin yung variable kasi itong x raised to 1 is just x. Ayan. Ngayon, ito naman, yung 2 raised to 1 half, it becomes square root of 2y. Itong 2 na denominator, kapag yan ay transform natin to radical expression, ano mangyayari dyan? So, mapupunta yan sa index. So, no need to write it anymore, and the numerator 1 ay magiging exponent ng ating radical. Hindi na rin kailangan isulat, di ba, yung 1 kasi it is understood na may 1 yan dyan. Okay? So, therefore, if we are asked to simplify such kind of multiple radicals, ay ganito ang pwede natin gawin. We can apply the fourth law of radicals and then simplify it. Ayan. So, ito yung ating magiging pinaka-final answer dyan. Kapag hinihingi na, isimplify natin ang isang multiple radicals. Okay. For our third example, i-apply natin yung fourth law of radicals. So, meron dito ritong 2 because this is a square root of 64. Nasa loob siya ng cube root, yung square root ng 64, x raised to 7 and y raised to 6. So, pwede na natin silang i-combine sa isa lang na radical, having the product of 2 times 3, which is 6. And then, sulat natin yung mga radicand. And that is 64, x raised to 7, and y raised to 6. Okay? Now, to continue that, if you are asked to simplify, ay maaari mong isimplify siya sa ganitong way. Using, again, another laws of radical. So, yung 64 na yan, ay pwede natin yan. So, lagay muna natin dito yung index. Ang 64 ay equivalent sa 2 raised to 6. Okay? So, kung hindi pa natin alam ang ibig sabihin niyan, balikan natin yung ating video lesson about yung ano nga ba ang exponent. So, doon ipinapaliwanag yan kung paano nangyari na ito ay 64. Okay? Then, this one is x raised to 6, then times x, times another x, and then y raised to 6. Okay? Bakit itong x raised to 7 ay ginawa natin ganyan? Okay, according to the laws of exponent, if you multiply them, this 2 is equivalent to x raised to 7. Okay? Bakit natin kailangan gawin yan? Because we are now simplifying. Okay? Sinisimplify kasi natin siya. Okay? Ngayon, pwede na natin ilabas yung mga bagay na naiayos na natin. Naiayos in what way? Ginawa nating magkaparehas yung index at saka yung exponent ng radicand. So, lahat ng yon ay ilalabas na natin to simplify that. So, that is 2, then x. Pero guhitan natin itong hindi natin pwedeng ilabas. Okay? Guhitan natin siya. This one. Yan, hindi natin yan pwedeng ilabas. Kasi ang exponent niya ay hindi 6. Tapos ito, pwede nating ilabas. Yan, y. And then, ang exponent ay hindi 6. May iwan yan ngayon sa loob ng radical symbol. And do not forget to put the index. Okay? So, ayan na ngayon yung ating magiging pinaka final answer if we are asked to simplify this given multiple radicals. Okay? So, yan yung ating mga example na sana naintindihan at natuto kayo kung paano gamitin ang fourth law of radicals. Lagi lang natin tatandaan, sa math, hindi ka kailanman magiging mahusay kung hindi mo ito laging pagsasanayan.